Hello, friends. Move further with derivatives. So, you've done many sessions, and there's one more to add. So, yes, this is a strategy, though we are not starting with strategies from this particular point. We do have like separate series of videos on different strategies. But yes, there is one thing like we did set one, set two. So, continuing further with set three, Mr. E purchased the call option on Nifty at 60. This is the premium call option, and strike price is 3,800. Put option on Nifty at 92 and strike price is 3,800. So, just to brief you, like when you combine an option with another option, when you combine an option with this stock, there becomes a strategy. So individual positions aren't the strategy, but when you're combining option with one more option or with a stock, it becomes strategy. So here we do have one call option, one put option. They both are bought, and this strategy is known as straddle. We are going to study this strategy in detail with the payoff and chart and everything. But yes, as of now, just to name it, this is a strategy, and strategy name is straddle. And current value of Nifty is 3750. Now, Mr. E will exercise the option. Now, it's a strategy. So, when market price is more than 3,800, he will exercise the call option. So, here he will exercise call option. When market price is less than 3,800, he will exercise put option. So, he will exercise the options in two different scenarios. So, answer is both A and B. True. Now, next is break even point. Since it's a strategy, we have to look at the outflow to operate this strategy. So premium paid on call option is 60. Premium paid on put option is 92. So total premium paid by him is 152. That's an outflow for him. Right? That's an outflow. So intuitively, when the strike price is 3,800, so from call side, it has to be plus 152 minimum to arrive at a break even point. From put side, the price should fall by minimum 152, then there is a break even point. So you can find out answer is both A and C. So one break even point you will have at the call side, another at put side. Now maximum profit possible for Mr. E, unlimited, because he's buyer of the options. So unlimited is simply based on the significant gains. There's nothing unlimited as such. Now, what is the maximum loss? The maximum loss is to the extent of premium, intrinsic value of the call option. So first of all, we'll figure out which option is in the money in this case. So looking at the data, we can identify the current value of Nifty is 3750. So call option with a strike price of 3,800. So we can say call option is in the money or out of money. It becomes out of money because market price is lesser than the market price. So intrinsic value is 0. Wherein for the put option, this option is market price is lesser than strike price. So it is in the money. So there is an intrinsic value. So by what value it is in the money? It is in the money by 50 rupees. So intrinsic value of the put option is 50. So this is how we can conclude this exercise, and just have to like show you how this strategy would look like. So I can simply guide you with, so profit, loss, and this is the market price. So this is break even point one, break even point two, price go above it, below it, you are at profit. But yes, when price is exactly 3,800, then there is maximum loss of 152. This break even point two, this is break even point uh, number one, this is number one, and number two. Right. So this is strategy, though we have to like we'll understand this strategy in detail once we start with strategies. Now there is one very interesting thing which comes repetitively in CWM exam. The strategies, this payoff are equally helpful in CFP. But when it comes to pricing futures, so let us understand pricing futures. So we don't have to get into extreme details, but yes, some basics of it should be known to us. So we know that derivatives market and cash market are different. So F0, once said F0 means current market price of futures is equal to S0, that is current market price in spot market, or simply we can say cash market, into E, continuous compounding, raised to R. R stands to risk-free rate of return, and another is T. T stands to time. So say for example, or we can simply rewrite this way, S0, like if I'm not using continuous compounding, into 1 plus risk-free rate, because most valuations happen using risk-free rate. So this is how I can frame the equation. Now there is one more thing. There will be the benefit, convenience, yield. So that I'm also going to incorporate in this equation. So say for example, current market price is 100 and the period under consideration is 1 year. I can simply say it is 1 plus, and assuming risk-free rate of 6%. So 1.06. So I can simply say 106 is the current market price of future. So if the stock is available in the spot market at 100, then at no arbitrage situation in the futures market, the futures would be available at 106. So this 106 indicates what? This is the price of the stock that you can fix now, that is to be bought or sold after a year. So this is how this function works. Now there is one more thing, like when we talk about stocks, for commodities we'll have convenience yield, but for stocks we do have dividend yield. So dividend yield is an inflow which actually reduces your cost of carry. So this particular component indicates what? This is called cost of carry. Any benefit that you may receive in the interim will reduce your cost of carry. So the same equation, like without continuous, in CWM exam, you have to use continuous compounding. So you have got E there on the calculator on K-show. You can just insert this way and you will get it. Okay, so if somebody says I have to use continuous compounding, then how would I do this? Then it is 100 into E raised to 0.06. Just do this on calculator, execute it, you will get the answer. Now say for example, dividend yield on a stock is 2%. So dividend yield is 2% on the stock. So in continuous compounding equation, so S0 into E raised to R minus dividend yield and then multiplied with T. So how would it look like? So it will look like this way: 100 into E raised to 0.06 minus 0.02. And since we are having time period to be 1 year, so I'm not writing anything. You can simply mention 1 here. But if it is 6 months, then you would be writing 0.6. So T is the fractional period that you have to consider. So if it is 3 months, you will write 0.25. So T should be for 3 months, it is 0.25. For semi-annual, it should be 0.5, that way. And if I'm using the normal equation, then S0 into 1 plus risk-free rate minus the dividend yield and raised to N, simply. If I'm taking this annually, if this percentages are for the period defined, say semi-annual or so then I don't have to use N. Right, so let's bring this things in the numbers. So simply I can write it this way. S0 is 100. E raised to now 0.06, as we have mentioned here, 0.02. And in comparison of the same, it is 100 into 1 plus 0.06 minus 0.02. That's it. So this is how we can find out the pricing. This is really an important question for CWM exam. Essentially, when you're writing L2 exam, not in L1, but do remember this particular thing. Now, in the next session, we would be discussing about hedging using futures as well as hedging using options. That also happens to be one of the very interesting and important topic for exam. So keep asking doubts if you have any, and if you want something more to be added to the derivative series, you can definitely let me know. Right. So see you in the next video. Bye everybody.